time for tuning in to Five Star Podcast. This is Camila from MCN Marketing Firm, and today I have the honor and the pleasure to have somebody here in the studio who is very important, and you're going to see why. He's a broker, he's an investor with 25 units, and I had the chance to meet this guy a year and a half ago, and I can't believe the progress and the success he has done in only 1 year and a half with 23 years old. Welcome to Jithu Sajeevan.
Thank you, Camila. That's awesome intro. Appreciate it. Really do.
I might have messed up his last name here. Can you tell the audience real quick?
It's Sajeevan.
Sajeevan.
But it's not an easy name, so I get it. Yeah.
You know, I put some Colombia on there.
I love that. Yeah, that's awesome.
G2.
Yeah.
I met you at John Mendes' birthday.
That's right.
A year and a half ago, almost 2 years.
I know. A year and a half ago. You're right. Yeah.
This gentleman.
Yeah.
He saw my wariness and my hunger, my like I want to eat the world, right?
You're passionate, yeah.
And I told you, G2, guide me to the right people. Actually, I didn't. You told me what you want to do, like what you're interested about.
Yeah.
And then he pointed me out to Brandon Gador's, even John Mendes itself.
Yeah.
And you were just starting in real estate.
Exactly. Yeah.
I had no idea back then. You were like almost 21 years old. Come on.
That's right. Yeah. It's been a good journey. It's been last couple of years been really, really successful. It's been all
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no. What I was saying before was, last couple of years has been like building blocks of what happened. Like when you consistently put a lot of work in place. It's like in anything I always talk about. It's like kind of going to the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like gym. You work out, and for first 30 days you might be consistent, but you might not see anything, right? And then like day 50, you see like big results but like up until day 50, you might not see anything. So it's like same with real estate or any business, like just putting a lot of work, but like first year and two, and nothing really coming out, and then like year 3, just boom, like everything just like expanded, and it's like. And you would think it's like overnight success, but it wasn't. It was just like all the work you put in over time. It just like the growth I've seen in business and personal stuff has never been like linear. Right? If you put in like 2x, you get 2x results. It's always like, okay.
You got it.
It's always like, you put like 2x work, you see nothing for a long time. And if you keep doing it, and then you see like 10x results. So that's been the big.
And that's quite a bit what I have seen from you.
Yeah.
Again, I'm in shock because you carry yourself very mature. First off.
Thank you.
And I had no idea you were 21 at the time we met, right?
Yeah.
And
right.
What has been a game changed?
Yeah.
In what you've been doing at such a young age that others have not.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think a lot to do with my background, right? So I'm from India. I came about 10 years ago. So when I was like 13, 14, I was here. And I think that's always been my biggest like building block or success is like when you come from India. So for my life experience been when you're a kid, you go to school, right? 7 to 3, you go to school. I was there all my elementary and middle school. You were in school. But that's not a different thing. It's like you're in school, they teach you calculus in 5th grade, which is like high level math, right? So you have to be in school till 3, and then you have to go for tutoring from like 3 to 8 p.m. just so you understand what is going on in school. Like tutoring is not an option anymore. You have to in order to understand what's going on. So, that makes up all your day, right? And that's it. So there was no sports, there was no clubs, no extracurricular activities, right? And no opportunity. School was the only opportunity you have. If you do really, really well, and it's not... Indians are typically smart, so I'm competing with the best of the best. So school was the only chance anybody in India have a shot at, being successful.
Right.
And like when I came here 10 years ago, I was absolutely blown away by the fact that even small things, like I was in high school when I came here, like being able to be part of clubs, it was such a like mind blowing to me because like I didn't know you could be like being in school, part of club, part of sports. Do you know what I did, Camila? I was part of everything. I was part of like 5 clubs. I did all the sports. I never played soccer in my life. I never played tennis, and I was playing tennis, and I was in varsity. I did everything, and it's mostly because I came from a background that I came from a background that lacks a lot of opportunity. Like it wasn't normal to have opportunity for me. It was like it was nothing. It was like 0.
But it was strict.
Yeah, it was so strict.
What I'm grasping is in India, they're very strict and disciplined
Yeah.
with school.
To school.
That's why you guys are very smart,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you came here and
Yeah.
you kind of had a little bit more of freedom,
Yeah.
but you took advantage of
Took
that
advantage
in a
of it.
good way.
Yeah. I treat every opportunity very seriously, even if it's small, like even like being here, right? Like I always been yes, 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 yes. I never like if somebody give an opportunity, I'm never like, especially in the beginning, I'm like never like, oh, should I think about it? Let me think about it a couple of days. Because then I think if you grew up here, you're grow up, always having second options. If school doesn't work out, go to trade school, right? If you want to go to college, there's army,
school,
work.
they also have
It's
like
like
tech school.
Yeah, like a million options, right? So it's never like lack of options. It's always like, okay, which option should I go with? So for me, like coming from a background where there's no option, and when people give me option, I'll always jump into it. So like talking about how I think that was my biggest thing. So like when I was, so yeah, it was just high school. I was so involved and part of everything in the same school. Everything I was always opportunity. And then when I was given an opportunity to like run a business, like I took it, right? So like basically what happened was I was a chess player. I was a competitive chess player for 10 years. Like about age 10, I would say age 9 to like 16 or 18, I was just a competitive chess. I thought that was my life.
You also have, just to tell the audience
Yeah.
real quick, you also have a business.
I have a chess business, that I've been doing for 6
You
years.
teach the kids, right?
Yes, chess, yeah. So, I met so that was like, that was my first time ever experiencing like business. So during COVID, 2020, I was competing. So I was a chess player who competes in chess tournaments every weekend. So I was like a big part of my life. Like, I was competing and I thought I'm going to be a professional chess player. So that's what I thought I will do. And when COVID happened, all the tournaments got shut down. And I'm like, all right, what do I do now? Because chess was my main thing on the weekend. It's gone. So I started chess coaching a little bit, right? And I started doing that. And then I met a guy named Dan Starbuck, who was my chess partner now. But he was my mentor for a long period of time. And he's the first person I ever saw. Like he runs a soccer business and he also has chess during the winter because soccer wasn't busy during the winter, right? But I wasn't shocked by the fact that he's doing chess coaching, which a lot of people do. But what I was shocked by was he's not a good chess player, right? And I'll tell you why. Like I could.
You're in camera.
I know he will see this. I could probably beat him with my eyes closed, right? And this was like a big realization for me because like I always thought I want to have a chess business or something, but I always thought in order for me to have I was already a really good chess player. I was like 2000 level, which is like pretty high ranking in chess. But I thought I need to be like a grandmaster, like top of the top, before I can even consider running like a coaching business, right? But this guy right here, just for reference, he's like rated like 1200, right? It's like, wait, I'm like 2000, 1200, right? And he's coaching kids. He's running a whole business out of it. And this is like when I realized being good at something, like I guess in that thing, being good at chess, playing at tournaments, and running a business, two different things.
Oh, yeah.
Two different things, right? And that's with anything, right? Real estate, like running a brokerage. Like running a brokerage is a totally different thing than being a realtor, right? So it's like a different skill set. And that was the first time I got exposed to the idea that, wow, running a business, it's like, you could do that. I didn't know you could do that. I thought you had to be really, really, really good at something before you could do that. So that was my first realization I had with the running a business. Yeah.
I love that. I love that comparison.
Yeah.
Like being good and running a business is two different
things.
things. Now we're talking about business, right? I had mentioned in the intro, 25 units.
Yeah.
It's only been a year and a half.
Yeah.
You're only 23 years old.
Yeah.
What's something people assume about your success in your career because of your age?
Yeah. No, first thing when I say I own 25 years, they're like, oh, you own it with your parents? Did your parents give you money? Right? And I'll tell you guys, my parents, they work hourly job. Like they in real estate is not something they could do and they never thought about doing, right? So it's like it's like I did not get any money. I actually was not offered a single dollar. Even my college, I find my way to get full scholarship. So I didn't even pay for college. I always found a way. And there's no secret. I work hard. I just worked hard. I worked hard in chess. I was teaching a lot of kids. I was getting more kids and I made good money and buy property. Now I sell houses. I just work hard. And
I'm sorry. So you started, your first business was the chess
business.
And
yeah.
you saved up money.
Yeah.
And then I know you were doing mentoring, right? Because you were paying for some mentorship. Then
Yeah.
I saw you in a boat with all these millionaires.
Yeah. So I've been to a bunch of conferences, real estate conferences. I've been like with Grant Cardone. That helped a lot of good mindset shift too. Yeah. So for me, like I would say, like one thing I actually want to mention. So my generation, which is Gen Z, right? So we're taught to get creative with everything you do. But the problem is we're also taught to work less. Like everything is so easy for us, right?
Yeah.
We grew up with the phones and
We're
and
smarter, not
right.
harder.
But there's a problem with that, right? The problem with that is you're taught just to work smarter but not harder. But I think in order to be success, you need to be smart and work hard.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, if you look at anybody that builds something good, right? They not only be the smartest, they're the smart people, but they're also the hardest working people.
Can take shortcuts.
Right? So I think the advantage that I had, I came from India, right? And I'm always taught to work hard, not cut corners, because there's no option to. Like, so I have one way: just study. If you want, like, for me, like I was always like, even when I was a kid, it was ingrained into me that hey, it's just study, 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 study. This is the only way you have any chance of being successful, right? No option to. That's it. You suck at school? Well, too bad. Figure it out. Right here, like you suck at school. Oh, we have so many options for
you
you.
have other
So
things
I was always taught, figure it out. There's no option to. Like that's, and I like that. I'm very happy that I got these traits because now I know how to work hard, and I'm also young enough. I'm smart enough. I can figure out. I can get creative with stuff. I think like that's my biggest advantage. Is like not only I'm in this generation where I know all the smart way to do things, which is I think and also which is very helpful. But I also know how to work hard. So like a lot of people in my generation that I see, they want to do great things. They're creative, but they don't work hard. It's like they think everything should be easy. Like like I actually think I tell people all the time, like about 90% of people that I are in the business or want to start business, I think they shouldn't do it because they don't know what it takes to work so hard, like or like I told you, like in the beginning, right? It's not like overnight success. And like if you're starting a new business from scratch, you just gotta expect that there's no good results gonna come up for the first 2 years. You just gotta put your head down and work, and then eventually it will pay off.
I'm sure people want to know. Okay, G2. So you were doing a chess business.
Yeah,
You saved some money. You were getting some internship, and then I'm assuming you
Yeah.
tell us.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming an opportunity came to buy a first house.
Yeah.
Or a multifamily, right?
yeah,
And then it was the first time
yeah,
you bought a house. I remember the first time you did post about your first home and then your second one.
Yeah.
And then we had a meeting because I want to get into real estate.
yeah.
And you were about to get your third one or your first building. It was
Yeah, I think it was like third or fourth. Yeah,
it was something
exactly.
like that. So how you start the snowball
Yeah,
so quick because you're supposed to either wait, right, 2 years, right?
to buy a property.
To
Yeah,
buy a property, but
Yeah.
you've been able to do 25 units.
Yeah.
It's different, people.
yeah,
We're talking about units, not houses or
Yeah.
buildings,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
yeah. So I think the first home is always the easiest in terms of like financial wise because there's like a lot of programs you could do like low down payment. Like there's many programs you could like put 3% down, but now actually there's some programs that you could put 0% down, right? So it's always the first one should be always it's not. I actually just made a video right now like before this. It's like if you really want to buy a property, there's a way, right? If you're committed to make it work, there's a way. When I first thought about buying property when I was 19 years old, right? At this time, actually, I tell people all the time, I applied for loans 4 times and I did not get a mortgage because first time, I like literally, I have no money, no income, nothing. The first time I applied for a loan. Literally, I was like, why would you not give me a loan? I had no income, no, maybe not even $1,000 in the bank. Right, so it's like, and I'm applying for loans, and I'm trying to get it, but I keep doing it. Like the second time I went around, I had some money. I think I had like $6,000, and I was like, I should be able to get it, right? And they said nope. Third time, no money. And the fourth time, I actually had money. I think I've saved up about $20,000, $15,000.
Okay.
But then I'm like, then they were like, oh, you have no job. You need a job. And I was like, really? I need a job? I thought I needed money. So it's like it was like a learning experience. But you know what I did? I never give up. I always like keep figuring it out. Every time they throw me an objection, okay, how can I fix this? So like,
But you had to do the hard way.
I had to do the hard way. So like, literally, when I bought my first property, I literally had to like, so I went to school in Yukon stores for college, right?
Yeah.
I ended up moving down to UConn Stanford. The reason why I moved down, I was running my chess business, okay, but it was mostly through Zoom online, right? I moved down to Stanford because then I could work full time in my chess business, right? In person, I could maybe show a
So you had
salary.
to open an LLC.
Yeah, I just showed a salary, and I was still working for a guy, and this is the other thing too. So like
So you
no,
had a W-2
yeah, I moved down W-2.
and you had your LLC.
Yeah. So when I moved, so this is what I had to do. I was like, okay, I move, as a college kid, it's a big deal to move out of your campus
Your
and go
dorm.
to like Stanford is like a local basic community college,
Mhm.
and there's no college life. It's like basically you moving down just to work. So I think I was 19 years old. I made decide, I'm gonna give up this college life. And it was like, I was part of a frat. I was very involved. It was like
Wow.
my big community. I left because I'm like, what's important to me? It was like I want to buy a house, and I had to do that. I moved down to Stanford, and I just worked. And since then, I don't even know what college life is. Actually, there's no clubs, but nothing over there. It was just working. I was working all the time, teaching chess from like 7 in the morning to like 9 p.m. at night. It was just teaching chess, just lesson. And I was just like, this is all I did, Monday through Sunday, just teaching chess.
And this is because they told you need a job.
I need a job.
You got $20,000,
Yeah, but now I need a job.
so you need a job.
I need a job.
Okay, so how long you had to like do the job?
I did it for 3 months and stopped paying the salary, and it was and then I wrote another objection. Then they were like, they said yes, go and buy a property, and I actually got a property under contract, and then they told me that, well, you need experience. 3 months is not experience.
God.
3 months. So
Right, minimum is what, 2 years?
you need 2 years, but like they're more
where?
stringent about it now. But like when I was 2022, when I was buying property, they were like, you need 2 years experience. And I was like, what do I do? I got this property under contract. I'm supposed to buy it. I love this property, right? I really want to buy it. I have money to buy it. I have the salary to buy it too. And then they're like, you need 2 years experience. And they were thinking. I'm thinking with my lender, and we came up with the fact that I found this out that actually it's actually good for anybody that if you don't have experience, college counts as an experience.
Wow.
College counts as an experience. Yeah. So I was in college for 2 years, right? So I used that 2 years of my experience.
Wow.
Work experience. I was in college as a student. That's my experience. So I mean, it doesn't have the experience. They never said 2 years of paid experience. They just said 2 years of experience. And I'm like, college is my experience. I was a full-time student for 2 years.
Wow.
And that's the only way I got that job. That was the only thing I figured. If I don't have that, there's no way. But you see, like, I never got discouraged by the objections.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm always like, okay, let me figure this out. And it was like it was a lot. It was like I was getting hit by all these different things. I moved down just to
One
find
after
out I
the
might never get a
other.
job, the property.
Oh
But there's always a way. There's always a way. I think that's like the other thing. It's just like, if you really commit to it, there's something Grant Cardone says that I always live by. Is like commit first, figure out rest. Right? You just commit to it, and this is so true about a lot of things. It's like if you really want to make something work, just tell yourself, I'm gonna make it work, because then you're gonna think about it all the time, right? If you really want to like make a trip, And actually, one of my agents on my team just did it, and I was so impressed he did it. Like he wanted to go to California, right? Because he's been doing really well selling houses. He was like, I want to take a trip, just enjoy myself. But I'm like, I don't know how to do it because I'm so busy. I have a lot of deals going on. Clients gonna call me all the time. And he decided himself. And I tell him all the time, dude, commit to it. Commit. You want to go? Just commit to it. You figure it out. And he committed. You know what? I'm gonna go next week. He actually away right now, so he went this week. And not only he committed, and he made sure every client is taken care of. He did all that, right? Not only that, he also convinced one of his friends to go with him, and they did a full road trip to California. So they drove all the way to California, and he's having his best time of his life.
I'm surprised you're not there.
Yeah, yeah, right.
'Cause you're like, okay, we're doing it. Okay, bye.
Yeah. And it's like, and that's like what I teach. Try just commit to it, right? And the thing is, and in that example, for example, if you were to like, let me go and ask my clients. Let me go and ask them first. Let me figure everything out and then commit. If you try to do that, you'll never make it able to make it work.
Gonna do it.
You want to ask client, I'm gonna go. Is it okay? I'm like, oh, actually, no. I want to see this house. That small mindset he did. He's like, I'm gonna commit to it and figure it out.
You have to take
Yeah,
action.
figure it out.
You have to take action.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
Kudos to you for
Yeah.
trying so many times on getting this loan.
I know, but
I didn't know that the story behind this.
yeah.
I only keep seeing you buying houses. I'm like, Oh my God.
Yeah,
This is
there's always
amazing.
all those the days you work and yeah.
Connecting like the chess, being a chess player,
Yeah.
professional chess player.
Yeah.
How does that change the way you analyze real estate?
That's a good question. Yeah. No, chess.
I would like to know that.
Yeah. No, chess. I would always say like if you have the opportunity, you should at least learn chess because it's a good game where like, I don't want anybody to be like a professional chess player because I don't think there's any money in it. But I think the game chess could teach you because it's very connected to life, right? Like even like you look at a chessboard, you're taught to like think about 6 different ways, right? The calculation, being patient. Like you gotta wait patient for opponents to move.
Still can't get chess, man.
I know, but there's a lot of things that taught me that I use in real estate. I think one of them that just like it's ingrained in my head. I think intuition. Like intuition is like a big one. Like in chess, I don't know if you watch a chess match, but like when there's usually a chess clock, okay, so to make sure that if there's no chess clock, games could go for days, right? I could think forever, he could think forever.
That puts a lot of more pressure,
right? So, and the time typically runs out towards the end. So, like when each of us have 30 seconds, right? There's no more thinking, right? You can't think. I mean, you have 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah,
you gotta keep like you just have to make a move. You gotta go by your trust, your intuition, right? Your intuition tells you move the knight there, but you have no idea why that's good.
Do you feel like that with real estate?
Exactly. So there's been times where like I have to make decisions quick, but I just go with my guts. I trust my gut so much because I know, and is always right, right? So I think intuition was a big one. Like there's been I know like there's been times I just didn't have time to think about it. A deal going off, like going fast. So that's one thing he told me. Another one is actually making decision when you're under pressure. I got really good at that. Like I'm never stressed when things hit chaos. Like that's chess taught me that that lesson importantly.
Keep calm.
I'm always calm. You go 10 things. I'm doing an event. Electricity went off. Like a table is now there. Trophies. Like I do chess tournaments all the time, and this happens all the time. It's like we forgot the trophy. Coach didn't show up. Got sick, or kids not coming. Right? We have an issue with the parent. A kid is crying. Kids got injured. Right? All the time it happens. Right? But I never lose my calm. I'm always calm. And I always figure it out. Right? And chess taught me that. It's like even like when you play in these tournaments. Right? When in chess pieces, like if you have 10 pieces, they're doing different things. And he has 10 pieces, they're doing different things. It could be kind of like chaos. Like, oh my God, a lot going on. But, chess taught me, just be calm. You're going to figure it out. That was an important, very, very important skill that I would say I learned is that, making decision when you're still under pressure.
I love it. Going from a chess player to an investor in real estate with 25 units.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's right. That's what happened.
When you look at a deal, Jithu,
yeah.
What's the first thing you evaluate before even the numbers matter?
It's location. It's always location. I know everybody knows this already. Location is number one. And there's things I look for in location. Number one, is there more people moving into the town than moving out of the town? Okay. That's number one. Number two, like rents. Like rents been going up, right? But actually location is number one. Like literally, I want to be like, I won't even look at a deal. This one town, like, from when I buy properties, there's towns I like to buy because I know that area so well. I know that area has potential for growth, right? Like a town that I own property is Bristol. I have five properties in Bristol. Okay, and I'm going to keep buying in Bristol. Like if I see a good deal in Bristol, I'll buy it. Because one, I know Bristol so well. I know like the one thing I like about Bristol is like it's a growing town. More people moving into the town than moving out of town. Okay, schools are good there, so people tend to stay there longer. I look for that too. Is people going to stay there longer? Like I don't want to buy in a town where there's a lot of people are moving out, or there's like, because that's a big problem as a landlord, right? Like if you have in apartments, but your apartments tenants moves out every year, it takes time to re-rent that place,
right?
And you got to pay commissions. There's costs. So like my tenants in Bristol, like my personal properties, once I find a tenant, none of them ever have moved out. They love the town. They never want to leave. It's a great town, right? Everything is there. So I look for that. I look for is people moving in there, and are they staying there? Those are two things I always look for.
Yeah, I always have heard Anybody who does coaching for real estate, location, location,
Yeah,
location. They always bring it up.
you can, I never like, some people still do this, and I see all the time, and I had to like correct even my clients. Like, oh yeah, look at this property, great deals, numbers are awesome. I'm like, well, it's number one in real estate, location. The location good? Like, it doesn't, like, for me, like I would tell all the time, it doesn't matter how good the deal is if the location is not great, because that's the only thing you cannot change. But think about it, right? You could always, if a property is bad, you could always fix it up.
Fix it.
Right? You can fix it up, renovate it. That's no problem. I mean, as long as you have the capital for it, it's not a problem, right? But location, you can't do anything, right? If the mayor is not doing a good job, if the mayor is not, pro-business, they don't want more people to move into the town, that's going to hurt that town, right? That town, I mean, there's been a lot of towns in Connecticut that kind of went down because of the leadership, right? So that's important. Like, are they want, what are their policies? That plays a lot of role in your property values, right? So I think location, that's number one. I never look past. And if you're new to real estate, if you don't know about towns, you don't know what, like, an easy thing I recommend, that what I did myself, go to that town, right? Go to that town and talk to the local people. When I say local people, go to a barber shop, get a haircut, ask them about, like, what do you like about the town? What are you seeing in the town, right? Are you seeing more people moving into the town? Why do people stay? What do people do for work? Like, barbers are amazing. They typically, barbers, they've been in the town for a long time. They'll tell you everything. Like, literally, I've been to towns and I get a haircut just to talk to the barbers.
Keep notes,
people.
people.
That local restaurants, right? Local restaurants have been there for a while. Like, mom and pop shop, I always go there. I was in Putnam yesterday, and I went to a local restaurant and I talked to a lady for 30 minutes. She told me so much about the town. Like, these are the things you cannot find in Google. You go and do a Google search, you can't find it, right?
Yeah,
you can't find it. You have to go. So if you're going to buy a property, number one, go to that town, talk to the locals, barbers. You get so much more information. Like, I own property in a town called Killingly, right? My best properties are in Killingly, right? And if you ask me what's in Killingly, and I would just say nothing.
That's in Connecticut?
That's in Connecticut.
What?
It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, I cannot tell you a single thing close by. There's nothing close by. It's like in the upper northeast corner. It's like I'm like, people always ask, why did you buy in Killingly? I'm like, I don't know. I went to the town.
Yeah.
I spent 6 hours there. I just walked around, talked to, like, I went to the liquor store, I went to barber shop, I went to all the mom and pop shop. I learned so much about the town. I learned that town is actually in need of rentals. There's not enough rentals for people to live. People are desperate. So and the reason why it's one of my biggest property, every time I list something for rent, it goes away like this. It actually goes away faster than Stanford, which is insane.
Look
like,
at taking the time to go to these towns
and to learn,
talking to the people, to the local people, learn, do the research. It's not easy.
Yeah.
This is not easy.
Yeah.
But it's really worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's an advice you could tell people that are in their 20s, that want to start investing in real estate, and they're feeling behind?
I think the one advice I always give people is that surround yourself with people that done things that you want to do. Right? I mean, that's
a big one.
It's just like the environment. I'm a big believer that you're the sum of 5 people that you surround yourself with. So you never want to be the biggest fish in your circle, because then you're not growing, right?
Right.
Like, if you're around, like, I could tell there's like a little group that I'm part of, like my friend group, like, I'm all real estate, but they own more properties than me. It's so motivating because, like, they're like doing deals all the time, and I'm seeing the group chat that was like this. Oh, I bought this deal. I bought this deal. I bought this deal. What are you gonna do, right? Your brain is like, you see in these texts and conversations, like, even if you're not good at what do you do, but you're hearing like 5 times a day about real estate. Like, funny enough, my girlfriend, it's funny, like, she has nothing to do with real estate. Like, when she started dating, she probably was, if you ask one of her hated topics, it probably was real estate and business.
Yeah.
Now she wanted to buy property. Because I'm always talking nonstop. I mean, I don't influence them. I'm just talking about it all the time.
Yeah,
right?
just by listening, she's probably like in her
and she's seeing that I'm always showing the returns. Look at this property. Look how much money these guys are gonna make. Now she wants to buy property. Now she's actually
watch it. Wedding ring.
I know. Now she wants to buy a property. So it's like this is what happened. Like, if you you need to do that. Like, I think it's important. Not surround yourself with like just ambitious people. Like if I'm 20 and I'm like, I don't have nothing to my name, I wouldn't go with myself surrounded with other 20-year-old that have an ambition. Because I actually did that when I was in college. I just surrounded myself with other 20-year-old that want to do it. But we kind of didn't go anywhere. Because none of us did anything in our life yet, right? We're kind of stuck. But then I started hanging out with people in the 30s and 40s that have done something. And I actually believe that. I think if you're 20s, you probably should find somebody older.
Old?
Huh?
Are you calling me old?
Oh, no. Now I'm just saying what I did, right? The people that I hang out with.
No, it's so true. It's so valuable what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I wish that anybody who are in the 20s do listen to that advice.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, it's people that do want to move forward, right?
Yeah.
Because some people in their 20s are like I remember my first, from 15 to 23,
Yeah.
it was all about traveling. Oh,
Right.
I want to travel. I want to do the most traveling. And I did travel, but I was so much in debt.
Yeah. Well, you probably did it because people around you were also doing the same thing.
Traveling.
So you thought that's the right thing to do, right? And you enjoyed it because everybody around you was the same thing. But if you're around with people that, if you're 20s, you're around with a bunch of people that are in the 30s that are doing real estate. I mean, I think that's important. More important. Not just hanging out with other 20-year-old that want to do something, but they never done it because you kind of won't go anywhere because you don't know what you're doing. But if you surround you with 20, you probably had to find somebody older, because there's, you need people that done something in life, like people in the 30s or 40s that build their real estate business. And I'm telling you guys, like 30s and 40 other people, they're willing to help you all the time. When they hear your age and you want to do this, they think to themselves that they wish they did it when they're your age. There's been so many people that I could tell they help me, the knowledge they pass along when I ask for coffee.
Somebody you want to give a shout out to right now?
Oh,
somebody that you want to give a shout out to?
That helped me a lot. I think, there's a lot of people. Brendan helped me a lot, right? I think everybody, there's just so many people that I just I don't know if there's anytime I ask for a coffee for somebody, and it's very few that actually reject it. Almost everybody just say yes. And I think that has to do a lot with the fact that I'm young and I reached out and I want to learn. I think you could do a lot with them. And a lot of times you could probably end up working with them on deals or some stuff. Yeah, that's the most important advice. Is just go and find people that have done something that you want to do.
For someone watching this
who
wants to think differently about real estate in life, what's the first move they should make today?
The first move they should make today, if they really want to think differently, is just talk to somebody. Even me, I'm happy to talk to anybody. Anybody that reach out to me, I always talk to them. Doesn't matter if you want to, because I think, because to think differently, that means there's a big mindset too. And this, I truly, because when I used to live with my parents in Bristol, I was always taught to save, right? Save everything. Don't spend money on coffees. Don't spend money on anything. Go get coupons too when you go for stores. Go to the shop, the cheaper place. But then I moved down to Fairfield County, Connecticut, which is the wealthier side of Connecticut, right? And the biggest difference I see over there, people don't save there. They're all about investing. Even you hear about rich kids having drivers, but their parents are investing. But the parents are I could use that time for something else than me driving them. Right? So I learned that down in Fairfield County that people, they care so much about their investment. We invest their time, their valuable time. So that's a big mindset. It's changing. Most people are taught to work and save, but not the third one, investing. I think that one has a lot of value, right? So for me, I invested a lot of my money into real estate. Or a lot of my money into myself. These are two things I invested. This is the only two things I probably will continue to invest. It's real estate and myself, right? If I could learn a new skill, if I could be in a room, I mentorship. I went to a bunch of real estate conference by Grant Cardone, cost $1,000. I went there because I'm in a room with other people. It changed everything the way I think.
The energy,
the way they think is so different. It's insane. When I used to live in Bristol, was that I moved down. If I pick two parents, right, the way they think is very, 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 very different, right? I do my chess business down in Fairfield County. I never maybe won a very, very few times, but I probably taught 3,000 kids chess in the last 6 years, right? So that's a lot of kids. I can't think of one time a parent negotiating with me on the price, and we're not cheap. We're not cheap at all. We charge, if to do private lessons, we do $100 per hour. It's not cheap. right? But nobody ever questioned the pricing. And I'm like, why is that? Because if they see the value,
They're gonna do
they
it.
always do it.
Right.
It's not a question. It's not about saving. They invest in the kids. They see the value. But over there, and I try to do chess from back home. I can't even do it for $30. Nobody will come. Right? I can't do it. I'm here thinking like it's only an hour away, but the way people think about it is so different. So different, you know. And it's not even the money too. It's just the mindset. It's like they don't want to waste money.
Yeah, it's like
I think it's huge.
It's like how people approach me when it comes to marketing.
Yeah.
In my marketing firm.
Yeah.
Some see the value, some see it as an investment, some see it like a write-off for the taxes.
Yeah.
Some other people are like, oh, that's too expensive.
Too expensive.
So it's you're absolutely right.
You're paying for the knowledge, right? I mean, there's knowledge that you know about social media and the experience that you have in social media that they just cannot have unless they go through the same level of learning curve that you went through.
Right.
So when you pay somebody, when I'm paying a lawyer for something, I'm not really paying for him. I'm paying for his experience. He's done it before. He knows what to do.
You're
right?
a professional.
You're a professional.
It costs money.
and that's what you have to think about. Because you know, what if you try to do yourself and make mistakes?
Oh, no.
It's going to cost even more.
We already done the professional people already done the mistake.
Yeah.
So they already know what's
That's
up,
the service,
you know?
right?
Absolutely.
Your experience and your knowledge. It's the service you have.
Jithu, I cannot thank you enough for being here.
Yep.
Unfortunately, time comes so quick.
Oh,
and
good.
there's so much to talk about. Maybe we do part 2. But tell real quick the audience, where can they find you? I suggest you do follow him. And you, as he said it, he's open up to get a coffee with somebody and guide them if they need to.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. My username is Jithu, JITHU_chess estate. Jithu estate. Just
Perfect.
estate. Yep.
That's your social media.
Instagram. That's my Instagram. You can find me there.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for driving from
Stanford.
County,
Yep.
Stanford.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I feel so happy.
Yeah.
We get to chat a little bit more after the podcast.
Yes.
Thank you so much to you watching this episode. Hope you found a lot of value. Please do follow Jithu. He's amazing. His career just started up at only 21 years old, and I keep being so blown by this. But thank you one more time. If you like this episode, make sure you liked, comment, you share it. If somebody that you know is going through this, struggle of what do I do? I got $6,000. Please do share the episode. We bring professional people here so that they can bring value to your life. This is Camila from MCN Marketing Firm. See you next episode. Bye-bye.